All right, got some Peace Frog hopping up in here for you. The Doors, Jim Morrison, and Ray Manzarek. Big part of that equation. Anyway, I am Finbar Bass. Please click on my little bass tutorials. I have right down there in the YouTube text box. They're not on YouTube, so you got to click that text box for those. Other than that, let's roll into some Doors, baby. All right, so there's a couple ways that you could do this. One way is you can hammer on first between the 5th fret of the A and the 7th fret of the A. Right? So I'm between the 5th and the 7th. Whoops. And then you're hitting the 5th fret of the D string. Now you could also, instead of hammering on, you could hit those notes. Not much of a difference, really. You probably can't even hear the difference, but I sure can. Anyway, do it either way that you feel comfortable with, or alternate it, because you get tired of playing it over and over again in the song. And then the next part, you're going to be really between the 3rd fret and the 5th fret on the G string. Right? So you are... And then move between the 3rd and the 5th fret. Just like that. Now you could play this, again, a couple different ways. You could hit the notes, right? Which I think probably makes it sound the most like what it does in the studio version. And I don't know if the studio version, if that's actually, I know typically Ray Manzarek will play the bass parts on the organ. Sometimes I think they'd have a bass player playing on the studio, but I don't know. Personally, I can't tell whether it's either a bass or an organ. But I think that's what sounds most like it. So what you're doing is you have the hammer on. You got the 5th fret of the D string. And then you're going to start on that 5th fret of the G string and alternating between the 3rd and the 5th. So 3 times. And you land on the 5th fret of the D string. It's really that simple. Might seem a little bit fast if you're just beginning, just starting out, but you know, work on it a couple minutes per day and you'll totally get it, no probs. The other way you could do this is with hammer-ons. Just like that. So what you're doing there is basically your pointer finger is locked onto that 3rd fret of the G string. And what you're doing is you're plucking it once, right? This finger locked, and now you have your your ring finger on the 5th fret of the G string. And you're going to pull off to that 3rd fret. So I'm plucking this note, or if you use a pick, pull off, hammer on, pull off, hammer on. And then you're plucking that note, so it looks like this. A little bit faster. Just like that. And you can alternate with plucking and hammering on, with the pull-offs, mix it up. You know, you're basically playing this over and over again so many times in the song that you're probably going to want to mix it up a little bit. All right, you got the signature riff from Peace Frog. Jim Morrison, Ray Manzarek. Awesome, funky song. Love it. You got to move when you hear that. Anyway, I am Finbar Bass. Please click on my little bass tutorials right there. They're not on YouTube, and they're just for you. Other than that, you could always subscribe to Finbar Bass if you feel like it. And thank you so much for listening. And have fun with that crazy psychedelia. What? Sorry, what? I can't hear you. What? I said that.